Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up today with a layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict. It is the last day of August, so it is the last day of a cut file being released every day in the month of August for Confessions of a Paper Addict. So I am using the fabulous Music Corner cut file. Now, I have been begging Virginia for more music-related cut files for a long time, and she really delivered this month. She has given us 2 of them, and I got to use both of them this month. So if you haven't seen the first one, I'll try and remember to link it down below. But it was a beautiful cut file with the word music. And this one is beautiful because it's got lots of different instruments, and I'm a little bit partial because it has 2 instruments that I play in the cut file. It's got a trumpet and a French horn, so I'm super excited about that. And so I wanted to do something just a little bit different with this cut file. I wanted to show you a different way of using a cut file. Well, different for me anyway. I'm not backing this cut file at all. I'm just leaving it plain, cut out with white cardstock. So I wanted to do a little bit of mixed media in the background. Now, apologies for my shaking camera. There's nothing I can do about it if I want to film this part of the process. The stand that my camera is on it rests on my desk, and my desk isn't the sturdiest of things, so particularly when I'm using my blending tool like this, it absolutely shakes like crazy, and I'm so sorry. My dad is making me a new stand because the one I've got's a bit dodgy, but that has to wait till I get to see him again, and because of isolation, that is going to be a long time. So I am blending out 3 different colours of kind of pink distress oxides and 2 purples. Although I don't remember if I used both the purples. I think I do. So I think I've got worn lipstick, picked raspberry. Oh, I don't remember the other ones, and I'm not upstairs in my craft room to check. So I'm so sorry, but you can see them there. If you do want to know, let me know down below and I can let you know. I don't have that many distressed oxides, so it will be very easy for me to remember. I know one of the purples is Seedless Preserve, but I don't remember what the other one is. Although one of the purples is definitely way more pink, as you can see while I'm applying it. So anyway, I'm just kind of going nuts with the mixed media currently. I have put gesso on this page, which you can kind of tell because it's very streaky in the background, and that's because the gesso was applied and it sort of streaked like that. I don't know how well this technique would have worked without the gesso, but I'm certainly keen to give it a try because I'd like to see how these inks blend on this paper. I'm using the American Crafts textured cardstock. Whew, that should not have been that hard to say. So because it is a bit textured and it's not made for mixed media specifically, I know it's not the best for mixed media, so that's why I did prep this page with gesso. But I would like to try it without gesso because, as I said, I do want to see how it's working. And now I'm adding some water. I was trying a technique that Vicky Booten uses where she puts the water into her hand and then sort of sprinkles it on the page, but it wasn't really working for me, so I just end up spritzing my water straight on. And then I'm going to dry it off with paper towel, and you get to see the lovely reactive effect of distress oxides. I think they're really cool. Well done, Tim, for coming up. Well, I don't know if he came up with the concept, but certainly for releasing these, they're great. So that is my mixed media. I'm just packing away the dabbers and things so I don't get ink everywhere. And the good thing about the distress oxides too is they dry quite quickly. So because I use the paper towel to soak up the water, the background's basically dry. So I can go right ahead and create my layout. Now, I know these will look very familiar to you because I just did a layout yesterday using these, or Friday, sorry, using all of these florals. But I am using the Paige Evans Whimsical Collection, and I'm using the last of every single one of these fussy cut florals. You will have probably already seen from the thumbnail, and certainly if you've come from the Confessions of a Paper Addict group to watch this video today, you will have already seen the picture of my completed layout, but I am going to create this floral explosion, as Laura Alberts would say, along the mixed media. So it will go down the bottom and on the right hand side of the page, following the mixed media exactly. I'm just sorting them into colours and shapes so that I can make sure I spread them around. Some of them are only sort of half florals because they were coming off the page of the 12 by 12 that I fussy cut. So I'm just making do with what I've got. And I am literally just creating a floral explosion. I am adding all of these florals to the page. It's a very different layout than what I would usually document a music related photo. My band, there's a photo, I'm scrapping a photo of my band. We're wearing orange. I wasn't actually playing because I had Link with me at this point. It was actually at the start of this year. I think it was in February this year, so before all the crazy started happening. It seems like a lifetime ago, I'll be brutally honest with you, but it wasn't that long ago. And we were actually playing at a fundraiser for the bushfire relief. So it's hard to believe that we had such devastating bushfires at the start of this year, and it's all been overshadowed by COVID. But nonetheless, that is where we were. And so I'm just going crazy with the florals. I don't make you watch me stick these down, so don't stress about that. This video was way too long, so I had to do some serious editing. But I did leave in this part of the process, which is just me placing the florals so that you could get a really good idea of what I was doing. I'm really happy with how this layout came together, actually. I'm really proud of myself. I was struggling a little bit. My creative mojo has been definitely impacted by COVID, I have to say. We've gone into stage 4 lockdown in Melbourne, so it's been a bit tricky to prioritize scrappy time for myself when I'm working from home. My son isn't able to go to daycare while we're in stage 4 lockdown, so he's at home as well, and just balancing all of that and keeping the house clean and cooking us meals and going grocery shopping and all of those things. It's difficult to balance those things and also have some time for yourself to do scrappy things that don't necessarily seem like a huge priority, but obviously for your mental health and being able to de-stress a little bit, it's very important for me. So I do get to do some scrappy time, but definitely haven't done as much as I would have liked, and it has definitely impacted my creativity. So I was very proud of myself for coming up with this, and I'm really happy with how it came together. So you can see I've created that bed of florals, and I'm now going to sit my cut file on top of it. Now, I have popped this cut file up on foam, and that took a long time because it's a very thin cut file, and I had to chop down my foam to fit, and it was very fiddly, but I did it, and I'm glad I did because I think it looks good sort of popped up on top of the florals. I haven't popped up any of the floral backgrounds. They're all stuck flat to the layout. So I'm really happy with how that looks. I think the white cut file just really pops off of the florals, and I don't know, I just really like it. Now, I printed my photo off in colour and black and white, but I actually decided that the colour one looked good because it's orange and the brights of the Pink Paisley collection, I don't know, it just kind of went. So I actually ended up going with the coloured version. I didn't think I would. I thought I would use the black and white because I thought the orange would clash, but it doesn't. Now, I'm pulling out what I do have left of the whimsical collection, which is not a lot, but I had a few large floral pieces left, and I realised that I hadn't saved any florals for embellishing around my photo, and I was freaking out a bit at this point, I won't lie. And then when I went back in to see what I had left in this collection, I realised that I actually had a few floral pieces left from the ephemera pack, thank goodness, because I definitely needed something to go around my photo. I knew I wasn't going to do really any embellishing necessarily, but I needed something to make sure the photo just wasn't kind of hanging out in the middle of nowhere. So I needed something to tie it in and anchor it to the work that I'd already done with the cut file. So thankfully I had those florals left because I definitely used them. So I backed the photo on some white cardstock, and now I'm backing it onto this blue-based paper from the Whimsical collection. And then I am going to, I think I pop it up on foam now. Yeah, I think I do. And then I will kind of have a fiddle around with embellishing. So this layout is almost done, I will say. Now, I didn't tell you this already, but everything is always linked in my description box down below. So I know Virginia has released some free cut files for the month of August. I'm actually filming this voiceover right at the start of August. So I don't know if there will be a freebie at the time that this video goes live, which is the 31st of August. But you should definitely come and check out the Facebook group, Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group, because Virginia does release some cheeky freebies every now and again, and it is good to be in the group because you get to snag them before they go into the shop. So that's exciting. So definitely come and join us. And obviously I will link to the shop and to this cut file if I can. It's not actually being released until this video goes live, so I will have to come back in and add the link to the cut file, and I don't always remember to do that. But I will link to the shop, so you'll be able to find this cut file should you want it, which obviously if you are a musician, or you have people who play musical instruments, you will want this cut file. There are not that many music cut files out there that I have found, and so you will want this. You will need to add it to your wish list. So you can see me here. I just needed something to tie this photo in, and so I'm so glad that I had those spare florals from the ephemera pack, because I don't know what I would have done otherwise. Luckily I didn't have to think about that. So I'm just kind of fiddling around with where I want the clusters to go, and I actually decide to keep this big red flower in the top right of the photo, and then a little cluster in the bottom left as well, and that's it. I only sort of do 2 clusters. I mean, obviously it feels like the whole cut file is a cluster, so I didn't need to worry about the rule of thirds in my opinion, and the visual triangle, because I think I've made a literal triangle on this layout, so I kind of feel like that works. And I also edited out me sticking all of that down because it all stayed in the same place. I have stuck down those 2 embellishments, and I'm going to come in with my title, and then I'm almost done. Again, I'm trying to use up these green sparkly thickers, so I was determined to get one of these on the layout, so I just needed to kind of build my title with these in mind, and I end up going for the word awesome. And so it's a bit fiddly to pull these thickers off this sheet, backing sheet actually, but I get the word awesome, and I'm adding that to my layout. And then I knew that I needed to add something else to it. I couldn't leave it as just awesome. So I decided to add, using the thickers on the right hand side there, I used the white foam side. I decided to add the word music making. So my title reads awesome music making. And yeah, I'm really, that's all right. I'm happy with that title. I really wanted to use those green thickers, so I made it work. And then I'm adding in a whole heap of the glitter stars as well, and just scattering those on top of the cut file, just again to bring a little bit more of that teal aquary glitter to the layout, just to, tie it all in, add a little bit more interest. And again, I'm really happy with how it all looks. I was checking if I wanted to add anything from the puffy stickers or the chipboard, and I have a few of the cardstock stickers left as well, but I don't. So I'm just leaving it as is. I'm going to cover my photo so I don't splatter anybody's faces. I'm going to come in with some navy Heidi Swap Colour Shine, and then we are done. This layout is finished. I'm really proud of it. I think I've said that quite a few times, but I really am. I'm really proud of it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this layout as much as I enjoyed making it. Everything will be linked down below in the description box. Definitely go and check out Confessions of a Paper Addict and come and join us in the Facebook group, because we have a lot of fun. It's a very supportive community. So I think you'll definitely enjoy it if you want to come along and hang out with us. So again, thank you for watching. Tune in for videos starting tomorrow, because it is our Scrap September series, and we are joining with Laura Alberts, and there is going to be videos every day on our channel. So definitely come and hang out with us for the month of September. It's going to be an exciting time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.